going to do a little Tumblr Q&A here. So I've been getting this question from a couple people on Instagram and Tumblr. And basically what they're saying is, I was watching your video about manifestation, the list one. And they say, I want to be a professional athlete. I play tennis, but I believe I could go further than small professional tournaments. I don't really know if letting go could work for me, unless it was mentally, but still not sure how that would work. It's all very interesting though. So I said, I think the process of letting go is like the process of receiving. So I kind of made it a little bit confusing in my video. But for her, I said, you'd want to visualize yourself as a professional athlete in every way that you can. So every time that you practice or you play, pretend that, you know, you're in like some super professional high-level tournament and you're playing for like the World Cup or whatever. Is that tennis? And you want to just, the process is like receiving. It comes quickest if you can already be in that state and feel that you're there now. So you're already living the dream that you want to manifest. So do everything you can. Do everything that you can think of to visualize yourself as the way that you want to be, and dream that and live it every day. So if you're wanting to be a professional athlete, you would, act confident. You would like think of your coach as like your manager. You would just be thinking more of like a professional level. What would you do if you were a professional athlete? You'd probably train a lot differently. You take it a lot more serious probably because it's your job, and just everything that you can think of that would get you in that state of mind. But then I said the process of letting go would be, don't keep wondering why you're not a pro yet, or wishing that you were a pro. Like worrying how to get there, how you're going to get there, and what you need to do. The how. The how is like how people get screwed up. They have a dream, something that they want to accomplish, but they don't see any possible way how it could manifest. Or they try and figure out how it's going to happen, how whatever they want is going to come to them. And that screws you up because you don't see, sometimes you just can't see how it could possibly happen, or how you could be so lucky to have every single thing that you wanted on a list manifest in your life. And it will happen. You just have to believe that you've already received it, and don't think about, where it's going to come from, when it's going to come to you, how it's going to come to you. You already have it. Like Einstein says that time is just an illusion. So you have whatever you want now, whatever you want, in the future, you have that now. It's the same exact time frame. It's just the same scale, on a metaphysical level. Time doesn't really exist. So technically you have everything that you ever wanted right now. So just know that and breathe that and live that every day. And it will come true so much faster if you already believe that it is true. Hey Hannah, I was wondering if there's a reason I don't have my period. I have not gotten it in about 4 months, and before that it was really light and non-existent. It used to be heavy before I came on this lifestyle. Now it's super light. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just value your opinion. So usually like your period problems, if it's, really inconsistent, or the flow is different, or it's a different amount of days every month, or it comes on a different day, or whatever it is, that's just your body balancing out its hormones. And your hormones are affected by so much, and your thoughts affect your hormones a ton. So I would just let it go. Don't worry about it. Stress is like a huge factor in women's menstrual cycles, and it can make them really, really uncomfortable and painful. And it's not supposed to be like that. If you're eating a really healthy diet, it's not going to take care of everything to do with your period. Stress is going to be a huge thing. So I you're doing everything that you can by eating the way that you are, and just don't worry about it and let it just balance itself out, because years and years and years of eating animal products and taking birth control and thinking shitty thoughts and all that stuff is really going to screw with your menstrual cycle. So just let it go. It will totally balance itself out. I ate a lot yesterday, so should I restrict today? No. How do you feel about junk food vegans? I'm a very picky eater, and I tend to just like things like pasta with earth balance or vegan parmesan, vegan grilled cheese, mock meats, triple chocolate vegan cupcakes. Ooh. I feel like the junk food vegans get a lot of hate. Do you think there's no point in being vegan if I eat just junk? No, definitely not. All vegans, to me, are fucking superheroes. Like, every day we save so many lives and so much environmentally, and just inspire so many people, and like, vegans are fucking rock stars. Every day there's just so much good that we do that, we're not contributing to so much of the negativity that's in this world, and we're saving so many animals' lives and people's lives. And if you think about it on a huge scale, I mean, it's gigantic, because you're saving cows' lives, the water from those cows, you're not destroying forests in another country to raise feed for those cows, so then the people in those countries can have room to grow low income crops for, like sustainable crops that are at a low price for low income families. It's just crazy. We're not destroying the rainforest. Every vegan to me is special. I don't care what you eat as long as it's vegan. I could give a shit less, honestly. But I do think that over time, a lot of people when they first go vegan are junk food vegans. But over time, I think that it's just a natural thing to go towards healthier foods. And it'll just happen in time. You really don't have to force yourself to do it. One day you're just going to wake up and be like, I really want a salad. And you're going to eat a salad. So don't worry about it. Did you lose weight with exercise or without? Without. I recently just started running, and I've been noticing weight loss a lot more. But the first 25, 30 pounds I lost without any exercise at all, just sitting on my ass. So don't need exercise to lose weight. 90% of weight loss is in the kitchen. How did you clear up your skin from raw till 4? So this is kind of a big question, because my skin I've never really had problem skin in my life, but when I went on raw till 4, my skin was terrible. I'm going to see if I can find some pictures and put them on here. I mean, I had tiny little bumps all over my face, like not huge zits or anything, but I find that when I go back to like alcohol or things like that, which has happened, 4 or 5 times last year, where I would just be like, fuck it, just go drink with my friends and do a bunch of unhealthy stuff, I would get like a huge zit the next day. And I still actually have a scar from one that I had the last time that I drank. I had this pimple for, I don't even know, like a couple weeks, and it was like the worst one ever, and then I just let it go. I didn't pop it or anything, but it's still a huge scar. So yeah, when I was on raw till 4, my skin was terrible. I think my understanding that what I think it's from is because I was forcing myself to eat so many calories that my body just didn't even have time to, self-regulate and cleanse itself out. I think that one of the most important things that people they don't do is they don't allow their bodies to rest. So they just think, gotta cram in the calories, gotta smash in the carbs, and, I'll be the best person in the world or whatever. But I think some of the best advice that I ever heard was actually from Loni Jane. She said that the most important thing that you can do for your skin and your overall health and just your activity, your how physically fit you're going to be, and just everything, it all starts in your gut. So if your digestion's fucked up, everything's going to be kind of screwed up. Like, your mood's going to be screwed up, your mental clarity's going to be screwed up, you're just not going to feel great. So the best thing to do is to fast every night I would recommend 14 hours. 12 hours is good. But if you could get, 14 hours, which 10 hours a day you're taking in food and digesting food. So that's only, you stop eating at 5 or 6 p.m. and you start eating the next day at 7 or 8 a.m. 7, 8, or 9 a.m. is when you have your breakfast and break your fast. You're going to feel really great when you wake up, and your stomach's going to be really flat and thin, and your digestion's going to be awesome. And it also helps a lot with weight loss. And the reason that I actually think that it helps a lot with weight loss isn't because, you're fasting and you're like starving yourself or anything like that. But when I used to go to bed on Raw Till 4 and I was so full, because I was eating like 1,000-calorie rice meals and huge dinners, I felt like shit when I went to bed. And you want to feel good when you go to bed. If your stomach is kind of, it's been like 3 or 4 hours since you had your last meal and your stomach's kind of empty, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel thin. You're not going to feel bloated and fat and stuffed. You're going to feel just better about your body. And if you feel that way when you go to bed, it's going to kind of manifest into your subconscious, and it'll help you a lot with weight loss. And I'm not saying like, that you're going to lose 50 pounds in a week or whatever because you started fasting 12 to 14 hours a night. But if you go to bed and your stomach isn't super stuffed and bloated and you feel gross, you're going to sleep better. You're going to feel better, which is going to make you feel better the next day. And your digestion's just going to be on point. So, yeah. That's all the questions I'm going to answer today because I don't want to make these videos really long, but I wanted to make a video for you guys. And yeah, it's really dark, and this was just kind of like on, I was just like, whatever, I'm going to make a video. So I didn't really like set up lighting and do all this crazy fancy stuff, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have questions and you want to ask me anonymously, go to my Tumblr page at the link below and you can ask me questions. And I answer pretty much every single one of them unless there's something just really out there that I'm just like, wow, I don't even know what this is. But thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.